Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare and sometimes self-care. So if that sounds like your thing, please do consider hitting subscribe. You know, over the years, Kbeauty has definitely gotten the reputation that its exfoliating products are just too weak. Kbeauty is so gentle, there's no way that its exfoliating products can be effective. And you know what? That may have had some weight, a little grain of truth many years ago, but that's just not the case at all. So today's video is really going to be your guide into Kbeauty exfoliants. I'm going to be breaking down ingredients with lots of product recommendations, and I really do think there's something for everyone in this video. So if you are so ready, you know the drill. Give the video a big thumbs up and let's jump right into it. All right, let's start it off with good old classic AHA. Now, just a quick refresher. AHAs are chemical exfoliants that work on the top layer of your skin. They help to clear away all the dead skin cells that could be sitting there, and it really rejuvenates and refreshes the skin. It can help to even out your complexion. It can help brighten up a dull complexion. Also helpful for hyperpigmentation or dark marks on the skin. AHA can also help with fine lines and wrinkles and can be a really effective chemical exfoliant for a well-aging journey. So one of my favorite AHA products from Kbeauty is the Isntree Clear Skin 8% AHA Essence. So this uses 4% of glycolic acid, which is one of the most well-known sort of famous exfoliants out there, especially for AHA. It's really well studied and it's very effective. That has been combined with 4% of lactic acid, another really well studied and understood AHA chemical exfoliant that can do everything glycolic acid does, but it does it a little bit gentler because the molecule is a little bit bigger, meaning it penetrates your skin at a slower rate. So this is a really interesting balance between the two because AHA can be aggressive on your skin. Yes, it gives amazing results, but it can be aggressive. And so I think Isntree has done a really good job here balancing both out. We've got 4%, which is a good amount of glycolic acid, balanced out with a slightly more gentle but still effective ingredient, creating a really nice harmony here between the exfoliants. We also have a really nice texture here because this isn't just like that really thin, like water type of texture that just absorbs into your skin while delivering all of the chemical exfoliants. This actually has a skin hydrating and skin soothing benefit too, which I just think makes a brilliant all-in-one product because right after you've applied something like AHA, your skin might be asking for a little extra hydration, a little extra pampering, a little extra TLC, right? And we tend to, maybe be a little bit softer or gentler on our skin after we've done like an AHA mask or a peel or something, right? So I love that they've put it all into one formula. I think that's really the genius of Kbeauty is they tend to really think about textures. They tend to really think about hydration and skin soothing, even when they're using potent ingredients like glycolic and lactic acid. Now, AHA may not be for everyone. It can sometimes be a little aggressive, maybe even a little bit irritating to your skin, but there are so many different forms out there that it's worth kind of playing around a little bit to see if one of them doesn't fit your skin better. And one of those ingredients is mandelic acid. Much like lactic acid, it's got that bigger molecule, meaning that you're still going to get all the benefits, but because it penetrates your skin at a slower rate, it actually helps to decrease the irritation and sensitivity that might occur with the AHA ingredient like a glycolic acid would, which penetrates the skin very quickly. So mandelic acid can be a nice choice for those who have slightly more sensitive skin. So we just want to raise up the by Wishtrend Mandelic Acid 5% Skin Prep Water as a possible alternative to the Isntree product for sensitive skin. This has a nice formulation. There's a little bit of panthenol in here along with the 5% of mandelic acid. We also have H. cordata extract, which I love for breakouts and pimples. It's a very gentle ingredient, but it really helps soothe inflammation, redness, and I believe it has an antibacterial effect on the skin too. So this could be a nice one if you want the benefits of AHA and you're fighting breakouts too, but want something a little bit gentler on the skin. Next up, let's talk about BHA. Now this is a chemical exfoliant that works inside of your pores, so it dives a little bit deeper than AHA and helps to clear out the dead skin cells and like built up sebum that can get stuck inside of your pores, resulting in clogged pores, acne, blackheads. If you have those concerns, BHA is a chemical exfoliant that you really want to use to target those issues on your skin. And really when it comes to BHA, we're really only talking about one ingredient technically, and that is salicylic acid. So I want to talk about the Isntree Chestnut BHA 2% clear liquid. This has 2% of salicylic acid in it, and I swear to you, this is the Korean skincare dupe of the Paula's Choice BHA liquid. This reminds me so much of that product, and in some ways it's even just in my mind just a little bit better because it has a little bit more of an elegant texture. Paula's Choice sometimes has like a slight oil feel to it. This doesn't have that, and the Paula's Choice sometimes smells a little bit funky, and this doesn't smell as funky. So almost in a way, this is even slightly more improved version. This is definitely a worthy dupe. So let's talk about salicylic acid in terms of Kbeauty, because only in recent years has it even become available in Kbeauty products, especially when we're talking about like 2% of salicylic acid. Actually, if you go back just a few years before, this is actually a product you would not have been able to get over the counter in Korea. 2% of salicylic acid, something you would have to go to a dermatologist to get a product containing that amount. That's just the way that it used to be. Things have changed, and that's why we're seeing products like this one from Isntree coming out now. This is a new release. And I think because there were more strict regulations around ingredients like salicylic acid, where, you know, just for reference, here in the United States, I mean, you can easily just go down to the drugstore and get a cleanser with like 2% of salicylic acid in it, right? It's not really something that we consider like needing to have a prescription for or anything like that. So it was just different. But I do think that that is where the reputation for Kbeauty being weak or not effective, I think that's actually where it came from. Just like understanding the regulations were different, and so these products were naturally going to be a little bit gentler because these ingredients weren't available for use over the counter until very recently. So as I mentioned, this product has a really nice texture to it. It absorbs in the skin really nicely without any of that like slightly greasy, kind of oily feel that some BHA types of products can leave on the skin. This is not really like a toner. It's not hydrating or anything like that. This is simply that thin, watery liquid that you swipe onto your skin with like a cotton pad that absorbs in really quickly and just targets the areas that you need the BHA in. So you can put this all over your face, or you can just target it in areas where you're getting blackheads or clogged pores. So for me personally, I've just been using this a couple times a week on my nose area, and my pores are like refining. They are cleaning out really effectively because I get a lot of blackheads and built up gunk, you know, in my nose, the pores on my nose. And so this product's been working just as effectively, neck and neck results with the famous Paula's Choice BHA, which is something I was using prior to using this. So I have a pretty good baseline for how well each product works. This works just as effectively. So we talked about the benefits of AHA and we talked about the benefits of BHA. Both really shine in different areas for the benefits it can bring to your skin. But what if you want both? They both sound really good, right? But it can sometimes be tricky to figure out, when should I use my AHA product? When should I use my BHA? Can I use them together? Should I separate them? Can I use them every night? Like, how do I do this? That's when it starts to get tricky and like kind of confusing, right? And that's where I think Kbeauty can sometimes shine, is just by like, believe it or not, making things a little bit simpler for us. Because one product that I found somewhat unique to Kbeauty is their use of both AHA and BHA combined into one product. So one that I really like is the Purito AHA BHA Refreshing Solution. I just want to quickly note, because I do this, right? I did actually do a sponsorship with Purito for this particular product back in the summer of 2021. This is not sponsored. I just actually really like this product, but I like to make those connections known to you. So let's talk about the ingredients here. 7% of glycolic acid. Remember, that's the AHA that works quite fast on the skin, very effective. And we have 2% of salicylic acid in here. So if the products that we've talked about so far both sounded really good to you, but you're like, man, I don't need like even more products. I don't need 2 different exfoliants. This is going to solve all your problems because it's 2 in 1. I will say, this is very potent. This works very fast, but it works so well. When I was testing this out, specifically what stood out in my mind about this product was how fast it helped to even out texture on my skin, because I'm very prone to clogged pores. And then those clogged pores can sometimes turn into inflamed pimples. And this works for both of those instances because that AHA, that glycolic acid, helps to keep the dead skin cells from building up in the first place, because it just keeps the surface of your skin cleaned of dead skin cells. You don't get that buildup happening. So then they're not getting trapped inside of your pores. So it's helping to reduce texture in that sense. The BHA, remember, dives deeper into your pores, and so this really helps to clear out the clogs that I already had, and it was helping with anything that was starting to get inflamed. So it's like a 2-for-1 punch. Like I said, this is actually very potent, and so I don't get to use it all the time with sensitive skin, but it works so fast, so good. 2 incredibly proven, reliable, strong, potent exfoliants in really good percentages. So those are really the heavy hitters, AHA and BHA. Those are the most common forms of chemical exfoliants. But one thing you will find as you dive deeper in your Kbeauty journey, you will start to uncover all these different like alternative ingredients that are also chemical exfoliants that work really well on the skin, delivering similar benefits to AHA and BHA, but aren't technically AHA or BHA. And I think that's something that Kbeauty does really well. And I'm sure that it was, innovation born from the restrictions on the more traditional ingredients like salicylic acid, which, those restrictions don't exist anymore. But I do think that that had an influence on the industry. And that's where we came up with all of these wonderful alternative exfoliants. And so I want to point out a few of the more common ones for you right now. Betaine Salicylate is one you're going to come across a lot. And this was really the alternative to salicylic acid before it was available for use in over-the-counter Kbeauty products. Now, this is a combination of salicylic acid and betaine, which is actually a humectant ingredient that really helps to hydrate the skin. So this is a really interesting combination with skin soothing, hydrating betaine and salicylic acid coming together. Roughly speaking, Betaine Salicylate is like 2 times gentler than salicylic acid. So the product that I want to talk about when it comes to Betaine Salicylate is the Cosrx BHA Blackhead Power Liquid. This contains 4% of Betaine Salicylate, which would roughly translate to the benefits you would get with 2% of salicylic acid. This is a real cult classic product in the Kbeauty space. This is another product that doesn't just like have that watery texture that just like quickly absorbs into your skin. This pampers your skin. It hydrates it. It soothes it. Let's talk about PHA. This is starting to become really common not only in Korean skincare, but you're starting to see it spread out into Western skincare as well. PHA is a wonderful ingredient that is generally referred to as like a new generation AHA. It brings all of those skin refining, brightening, smoothing abilities and some of the well-aging abilities of AHA, but it's a lot gentler. It actually cuts down on the potential irritation of a traditional AHA. And this is definitely something that you want to look out for if AHAs maybe didn't quite work out for you. That's actually my skin doesn't really always always appreciate AHA. I can deal with a little bit of it. I actually use like all my AHA products on my chest and on my back, and they work beautifully there. But for whatever reason, sometimes my face skin is a little temperamental when it comes to AHA ingredients. That is actually not the case for PHA. That tends to like suit my skin really nicely, and it brings really good results. And one of the very first products that I tried with PHA in it that brought immense benefits to my skin is the by Wishtrend Acid Duo Hibiscus 63 cream, and it was just what my skin needed at the time. It was enough exfoliation that helped keep my, my texture and clogged pores in check. It helps to really brighten up my skin and really enliven it because it was starting to get quite dull. I had just come off of this like major like sensitive skin issue where I wasn't using any exfoliation for a long time. So this really helped to get my skin looking a lot better after the health of it had recovered. This helped it to look a lot more healthy and bright again. The PHA is awesome in this product, but there's another superstar exfoliant alternative that I want to shout out as well, and that is LHA. Now you may have guessed this is a new generation BHA. So this has all the benefits of BHA but without the potential irritation. You will find it in the by Wishtrend Acid Duo Cream. This has the PHA and the LHA, which is I think why this worked so well for my skin, because I do need just a little bit of both. But it is also in another product that I enjoy from Rovectin. It's their LHA Blemish Ampule. Now this can be used two different ways. It can be used just as a spot treatment, but it can also be used as a full face serum. And this is really geared towards those who are getting breakouts on their skin, because the LHA, remember BHAs go into your skin, so LHA is the same way. It's oil soluble, it dives deep into your pore and helps to exfoliate the pore lining. So not only is it going to help current pimples that you might be having, but it's also going to hopefully prevent new ones from popping up in the future. I have to point this out though. There is a drying form of alcohol in this formula. I generally don't talk about products with drying forms of alcohol because my skin personally doesn't enjoy them. I do not use this as a full face serum. I use this only as a spot treatment. As a spot treatment, it's perfect because it doesn't dry out the skin. Even though it has the drying alcohol in it, it's just like a local kind of application. It doesn't dry out my skin. It's gentle. It doesn't inflame or cause irritation in that area for me at all. So for me, this is a great, spot treatment with a gentler form of BHA in it. And I want to quickly take some time to talk about physical exfoliation. Chemical exfoliation is all the rage these days, but good old physical manual exfoliation still has a place in a skincare routine. It can still bring some benefits to your skin. Something you may have seen used in a lot of like Asian beauty routines is Konjac Sponge. Now this is actually made out of the root vegetable konjac. I think I'm saying that right, I'm not sure. But I love these little sponges so much. I discovered them many years ago, and they are so helpful for very gentle physical exfoliation on the skin. So they come two ways. Sometimes they come actually a little bit moist. I don't really like those, but they also come like dehydrated or like hard like this. You just have to rehydrate them. Just soak them in some water. They'll soften right up, and you will find this sponge, it's not rough on your skin at all. It's actually quite smooth and soft and very gentle, but it's just the right amount of a little bit of physical exfoliation. For me personally, that helps keep flaky skin away. Also, I want to mention, when you're done using this, you want to let it dry out in between uses. So they usually come with like a little hanger, like a little string. You want to hang these up to dry, let them drip dry out, and then they're good for use. I usually replace mine like every month or so. Just want to make sure that you are replacing it on like a regular schedule. Very occasionally I do indulge in a little bit of a scrub. One that I've come across recently like in the last year or so, that I actually really enjoy is the I'm From Fig Scrub Mask. This one, really fine, like almost like micro sandy type of particles in here that are very gentle. And a lot of the, gentle or harsh factor is going to come from how hard you're scrubbing on your skin. So just remember to just very light. Don't put all that pressure in your fingertips. And what's interesting about this one is you apply it to your face, do a little scrub, just a little light scrub, and then you leave it on like a wash-off mask, because the other ingredients in this mask help to condition and soften the skin. Wash it off after 10 minutes. Your skin's going to be very smooth to the touch, but if you are dealing with like flaky skin, you'll notice that that is really well improved. I will mention ingredients wise, there's a little artificial fragrance on this. It's very, very light. I did not find it irritating to my skin at all, but I love the particle size of this mask. And I also want to mention one of my favorite masks, which is the Isntree Real Mugwort Clay Mask. Is technically also a physical exfoliator. Did you know? There's actually particles of mugwort leaf and red bean powder in here. So much like the fig mask, when you apply this to your skin, just do a little bit of soft circles around your face, because you're going to get just a very gentle exfoliation from those particles in the mask, and then let it dry for like 10 minutes, no longer than that. Pro tip for those of you guys who do have like a lot of blackheads. Remember I was telling you I get a lot of blackheads on my nose. Use a BHA liquid, like one of the ones we talked about. Apply that with a cotton pad and then wait for like 20-30 minutes. Just let that BHA just get into your skin and do its job. And then you know what? Put on this clay mask. I'm serious. Do this like a half an hour after you put on the BHA, and you will find that the benefits are increased, because we got the BHA working inside the pore, helping to lift all that gunk out of your pore, and then the clay mask helps to suck up even more afterwards. So if you are on the fence about Kbeauty's effectiveness when it comes to exfoliation, I hope this video opened up your mind just a little bit. And I want to know, what's your favorite exfoliating product, whether it's from Kbeauty or not? Let me know in the comment box below. If you love this video, if you love Kbeauty, if you love self-care, and you want to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. I release lots of new videos throughout the week, so consider turning on notifications too, so you're never out of the loop. I hope you are all happy, healthy, and safe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.